Welcome back to the dojo, everybody. This is True Talk Tuesdays. And on today's episode, we have our Liam's Facts, our top 5 movie remakes, our fight scene, and our joke of the week. So make sure you like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the show, everybody. Take care. Welcome back to the dojo, everybody. This is True Talk with True Talk Tuesdays with TruMotion. Wow, it's I guess it's early, so we're a couple of guys talk about how to make the world a better place and hopefully make your day a little bit better in the process. My name is Mark, followed by my co-host Tony.
Sup?
All right. Well, we were just kind of talking off air about training and getting old and all that stuff, but how has the week been? You're also saying Landon just got done with a performance?
Yeah, so Landon loves, it's really kind of funny, just, knowing Landon and everything else, but he absolutely loves, like, musical theater type stuff.
Okay.
And the musical that they were doing this year, which he was totally stoked for, is a musical called Rock of Ages.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. They made a movie of it, everything else.
Tom
Cruise is in it.
Yeah.
He plays the Stacey Jacks character and everything else, but it is like music from the 80s. The whole entire thing is. And he is like absolutely, like, every single kid that's on that cast is absolutely loving it because it's music from the 80s. You got to rock out and everything else. And and so he's been doing that. His final performance is tonight.
Okay.
And so so he's just the past 2 weeks have been just amazing. He's been loving it. They did a great job last night. Went and saw it last night. And it's funny because, like, again, with a lot of things, at just about that time that you're like, yeah, I think I'm done, I don't want to do this anymore, is really when you, like, start getting really good at it.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I was talking to him and he's like, I'm like, dude, are you like, how are things going with the musical every single night? He's like, yeah, like, the audience was great, this is good, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then he finally just looked at me and says, yeah, but I'm ready for it to be done.
Just needs a little break.
Yeah. And I mean, especially when you've got something that is like that you have to put in high energy, and there will be a lot of people out there who will have been in that type of sphere of performance and stuff like that, where you have to, like, literally throw it on the line, and I mean, if you can't phone in that type of stuff,
no,
because it is so blatantly obvious when you do.
Yeah.
But, like, at the end of the day, you're just like, dude, like, I went to school, like, we left my house at, like, 7:45 so that he could go to school. He was at school all the way up until, like, 3:30, and then he goes from, like, 5:30 until 9:30, 10 o'clock for the show and everything else. You get something to eat, you come back home, he takes a shower to wash all the makeup and everything else off. By the time he's going to bed, it's 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
And you can, I mean, especially for an adult, we can soldier on,
Well, we've learned how to, but they have the energy and stamina to do it.
They do, but I'd probably counter argue with that one that even though they do, the like the whole entire, like, puberty thing, where, like, their body's like, oh, okay, great, we've got, like, HGH running through our system that's natural. We've got testosterone. We've got, like, all these building blocks and everything else. We're going to build the crap out of everything. And that is just a huge, toll on their body at that time. Plus, you're going to, like, start making them not sleep as much as they need.
Yeah, they definitely need to make sure they get sleep, for sure. But it's, I find myself mentally, I feel like I can carry on pretty well with, like, tough stuff like that.
Yeah.
Physically, like, definitely not like I used to in terms of, like, my late teens, 20s, 30s.
Heck yeah.
So, yeah, it's a different animal because mentally you've learned how to push through and all that stuff. But when you're young, you physically can kind of push through, but you don't mentally know how to do that yet. You just know that you're tired and you don't want to be tired anymore.
Right.
So,
well, and it's and that's the one thing. Like again, there's that saying that the youth is wasted on the young.
I really honestly never truly understood that until maybe like 5 years ago.
Right.
I was like, good God, that's so true.
Right.
It's like they have all the benefits stacked in their favor, and for a lot of them, they just kind of
yeah.
I know I did for a little bit of time.
Oh, dude, I did too.
Yeah, you're just like whatever.
Like, I mean, it's really kind of sad because here I am, and I think a lot of it is you get different strategies in life. You start to actually understand like what's important, what's not.
Yeah. There's no way you can when you're that age.
No. Well, I mean, even 10 years ago.
Yeah.
If I would have been smart, because again, like we're talking about like lifting and working out and stuff like that. I really enjoy that. It's something that I really like to do. And what I would do is I would generally do it when my studio was closed, or, I would try to do it before I got to the studio, or like do it after the studio, because I felt like, the hours that were posted on the door, that's when I need to be there. I might actually miss somebody who's going to, the old kind of school mentality. But as I look back on it, it's like, how many days did I go by at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I just didn't have anything going on, and I could have just been like, oh, okay, from like 1 to 2 on, Monday through Thursday, I'm just going to shut down. I'm going to go to the gym, which was no joke across the street.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm having to drive far. I can change and everything else in my studio, so that way I'm not doing it there, and I could actually maximize my time. Go, work out, come back. I don't think I would have made any less or signed up any less people by doing that.
Yeah. I'm lucky I just work out here now.
Oh, yeah, and you've got a great facility to work out here. I mean, you remember my old place.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like...
It was like the size of the lobby.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It literally was like 8,000 square feet,
yeah.
20 by 50. And that included everything. Like,
that was office, bathroom,
back room, yeah.
Yeah, not just dojo space.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I mean, it's stupid things like that. It's like, well, why, which then again, like, for me, and where my brain goes, the black hole of like questions.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, like, why? Why did I think that? Why did I think I had to be there all the time? Why did I think? Well, and was it because of the fear that if I'm not here, I'm going to miss out on, like someone coming in. I'm going to miss out on, signing someone up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to miss that phone call that would have been the big person that comes in and drops a lot of money,
There definitely is that, and I don't even think that really goes away. Because even when you're like well established, you're like, you feel the need to constantly be available.
Yeah.
Because if you're not available, somebody else will be.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And in this industry, here's the funny thing. Do you really think that's true? I mean, if people come in and they're training with you, like, and if they've trained with you for
especially
3
when you're
months,
talking at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon,
yeah,
it's real hit or miss. Like I've got people that train around 1, 2, but I mean, it's not every single day. I mean, it's like, 3 out of 4 days a week.
Even 3 o'clock.
But yeah.
I mean, kids are in school until 3:30,
mm-hmm.
And then by the time mom and dad goes and picks them up, gets little Jimmy, Timmy, whatever, something to eat, whatever, that gets them here, 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because we've changed our workout times too, to where, I mean, you remember we used to work out,
like 9
have
o'clock
our,
in the morning.
in the mornings I started at 8.
Oh, way back in the day,
and
yeah.
then it went to 9 and then to 10.
Yep.
Now our workout started at 11:30.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So 11:30 to 12:30 and then 12:30 to 1:30. So like I don't even get here on Tuesday and Thursday till the earliest, maybe 2:30.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome though.
Yeah, it's just a different. I personally would rather still do the 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
But that's just me. But yeah, no, it's interesting when we get into that fear mentality. I'm listening to a really good book right now. It's called Start With Why.
Oh, by
I
I'm
can't
gonna have
remember
a
who it's by.
sometimers moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It's like
I've heard of
Spangler,
that
I
book.
think.
Yeah, I've heard of that book.
Yeah, it's really good. They just said a statement. It's like people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, because he was talking about Apple.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, yeah, that's true. So you gotta let people know why you teach, why you're trying to help them, why you want to help them,
Right.
what's your motivation, all that stuff. So
Right. Yeah,
but
so I think it was like last week, maybe 2 weeks ago or something like that. Tony Robbins, because I started listening to some of his stuff. He's been on Diary of a CEO, and a lot of his stuff has been kind of out there. I'm like, yeah, I mean, he's been in the motivational speaking and like, physical psychology type workspace for a long time. And I was like, all right, I kind of listen to him because definitely need to tune up, probably every day of my life, but. So I started listening to him and everything else, and he was like, yeah, I've got this free 3-day live seminar. Okay. And yesterday was one of them. And I actually brought this so that I could remember my notes.
there you go.
And so, but he actually spoke about that and was talking with a gal, like, why do you do what you do? What's the big thing that, motivates you and everything else, and what's going to make you the best? And it was really, really kind of funny because everything that she was saying was what she did for the business. It didn't describe on what made her the best.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh yeah, no, like I'm here to make sure that you will be, the best, whatever. And she was actually running a veterinarian clinic, kind of like an urgent care veterinary clinic. And she was like, because, we've got this urgent care, we've got this, we'll be able to come drop them off for everything. I was just like, that didn't tell me anything. That tells me what you guys do. That doesn't tell me why I should go to you.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? And she's like, well, and he was trying to really get her to get to that point of like, for her to say, I'm going to take care of your pet as if it's my own.
Yeah. Like we understand how stressful it is.
And that's it right there. Yeah. And the way she said it was, I mean, it was pretty cool because she was very, very sincere about how she said it. And I think a lot of people can feel that, and again, when it comes down to it, it's like, okay, like, well, why are you doing what you do?
Yeah.
Are you doing it so that you can have a lot of students or a lot of money, or are you actually doing it to actually help people?
Yeah.
And I think there's a difference in that.
No, absolutely. And I mean, that's why I'm really glad that our motto is building better people, because it's like, that's the ultimate goal. Like, do we want them to be competent, like capable martial artists and fighters? Yeah, of course. But I'd rather you be a better person.
Right.
And we're going to get you to be a better person through the act of doing the training and martial arts and all that stuff. So,
yeah. Oh, there we go. Got to say that just found that notes. Yeah, and so he was like the whole entire point of what he was talking about was like, again, like we're talking about building better people. He was talking about building your own brand, and a lot like businesses and everything else out there. Like you can't brand build overnight.
No, takes time.
Takes time. And it was kind of funny because it was this morning as I was getting ready, listening to a small clip from Alex Hormozy. He was talking about the New Balance. The former CEO of New Balance was there for like 15 years, got fired, because New Balance had tanked. Like it became like this old man fuddy-duddy shoe and whatever. And the new CEO got in there, totally shifted everything. Shifted branding, shifted everything else. And action is it has a huge delay to the branding that you're doing.
Yeah.
And so he started like making crazy designs, everything else, getting influencers to go ahead and like wear their shoes, everything. And about 18 months later, their company took off.
They're starting to become
and now they're a big player.
Yeah.
And so, but to build your own personal brand, I think that's, for a lot of us, that's what we kind of have to think about. It's going to take time.
Yeah.
And to give yourself the grace to take that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
An overnight success is a 20-year process. So.
Right. Yeah. It's like, oh man, you did it overnight. Yeah. Overnight. Past 20 years, I did it overnight.
Yeah. Exactly.
Freaking idiot.
But all right, let's move on to our Liam's Facts. All right, last week's question was, what was the only Heisman Trophy winner not to be drafted by the NFL? Yes, there's only been one.
Oh, yeah.
And he actually got drafted by the NBA. Yes.
Serious?
Yes, his name is Charlie Ward.
No way.
Charlie Ward won the Heisman Trophy. I can't remember what year. It was in the 90s. Something happened with like football and this and that, and he either decided or they didn't choose him. I can't remember why, but he ended up getting drafted by the New York Knicks in the NBA.
No.
So he had an NBA career as opposed to an NFL career.
As opposed to an NFL career.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, all right, this week's question, in light of Super Bowl Sunday coming up on Sunday.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Sam Darnold's grandpa is famous for what? So Sam Darnold is the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
Okay. His grandpa is famous for he's actually a pretty accomplished man. Give you a little background on. His name is Dick Hammer. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was on USC's basketball team that took them to their only Final Four back in the 60s or 50s or 60s, something like that.
No way.
Started to get into volleyball, got really good at volleyball, was on the Olympic volleyball team that went to Asia or something. Then got into acting, was on a show called Emergency as a first responder. So to get ready for that, he spent time in a firehouse, liked it so much, stopped acting, and became a fire chief.
What the? Who is this guy?
Yeah, exactly. And then he did what he's famously known for now. So, yeah. So if you know what Sam Darnold's grandpa, Dick Hammer, God, legendary name.
Good heavens.
What is he famous for? Leave us a comment in the comments down below or email us at TruTalkTuesdays@gmail.com. Also, you make sure you like, subscribe, share the show, and let us know if you know what he's famous for. But moving on to a word from our sponsor.
Yeah. TruMotion in motion, let's go. Gear up, stand tall, feel the flow. Kicking it strong with the best of the best. Streetwear fresh, put your style to the test. Karate vibes, yeah, we bring that heat. From tees to hoodies, keep it sharp, keep it sleek. T-shirt or hoodie, we got both. Subs for the grind, focus on growth. Stickers and swag, let the world know you rep style. Now let's go. TruMotion merch, yeah, we level up. Style so sharp, got that warrior's touch. Reppin' that swag, flex it, wear it proud. Support TruTalks and wear it loud. Discipline, power, the heart of the fight. Your fit's gotta match your unstoppable might. Tigers and dragons, bold on the sleeve. Step in the dojo, they know you don't leave. Oh, step up, don't wait. Rock that fit, let's elevate. TruMotion merch, yeah, we level up. Style so sharp, got that warrior's touch. Rocking that drip, yeah, you own the crowd. Support TruTalks and wear it loud. Yeah, we reppin' strong, no fear, no doubt. TruMotion merch shop is what it's all about.
Sponsor, make sure you go on, see if there's any new designs or there's some swag you want to pick up. But moving on with the show to our top 5. All right, this week our top 5 is movie remakes. Now, to be fair, we're trying to keep it where it's like not necessarily the title, but like the movie itself is the same movie, just in a different era, so to speak. Because if we want to be specific, all movies are just retellings of old stories.
Right.
So we're not going like, well, this is like West Side Story and Romeo and Juliet.
Right.
It's not really a remake, but it's the same story.
Yeah.
So what do you got?
So my number one, I mean, every single time I think about this, because it's just, because it's something that bugs me.
Yeah.
With our current like movie outlet right now, that nothing that's coming out is, and I'm not saying like original, like, oh, it's like it's never been done before. It's like no, just like you said, like I don't care if it's the same like story type, the same archetype. I don't care. Just give it to me something new.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're gonna actually remake all of the same crap over and over
like all
over
the
again.
Disney movies going live action.
Gag a maggot, and I want to vomit.
Yeah.
I just want to punch them in the face as hard as I can.
Yeah.
As many times as I can. Just give me like a K-pop demon hunter moment with like the freaking coffee mug. I'm gonna beat your face in with it.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
It's like literally in the first 5 minutes of the movie. It's hilarious.
I should probably watch it.
Yeah, one of the girls chucks the coffee like the coffee kettle at one of the other gals, and she like reaches out, grabs it, pulls it back, just beats this guy's face in. It's epic.
Okay.
It's awesome. So it's enjoy. But anyway, so yeah, that's one of my big pet peeves right now. However, thinking about that all the time, my number one is Man of Steel.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yes, I forgot about. For some reason, I didn't go to the comics.
Oh, so I've got a couple in here.
So there's one, but I wasn't thinking like Batman or Man of Steel. But you're right. You're absolutely right. They're definite remakes. They're new.
It's the same story,
but new characters.
And like new way of it's the same story that another director and writers.
Did you like the new Superman more with David Cornsweet, or did you like the Cavill Superman?
I'm a big Henry Cavill fan. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah, I like Henry Cavill a lot too. I think he's a great actor.
I think Cornsweet did a fantastic job with the script he was given.
Yeah.
I same thing with like Nathan Fillion. I thought Nathan Fillion actually was like, because his character of that Green Lantern character, I can't remember his name right now.
Yeah.
Was perfect, absolutely perfect. Because in the comic books, that's kind of how that character is. He's kind of an ass.
Yeah.
There are so many things that for me, my Superman, and I say that way, and Henry Cavill put it this way once. He was asked, like, it was when everybody was like, oh, there's toxic fandoms and everything else and blah blah blah. Everything's toxic because everybody's this and just shut up. That's what I would have said. He put it a lot more politically correct when he looked at the person and said, there's no toxic fandom. And he says, the people who've grown up with this character and loved this character have a version of that person, of who they are in their head. And when they don't see that as a representation, they take it as an affront. Like, you've ruined what is special and dear to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's like a really good way of looking at it, instead of just pointing the finger and saying you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Thanks, media. But my version of Henry Cavill, or not Henry Cavill, of Superman is less boisterous.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very much, and this is just a way that I like storytelling, I want a show me, don't tell me.
Yeah.
This is one of the reasons why I think, you can say what you want about it, and I think John Wick is one of the best movies of show me, don't tell me.
Oh yeah.
Show me, don't, like the whole entire first part of it. Like, you see Keanu Reeves' character is John Wick, is just this kind of like a mild-mannered, like, I had a wife and my life is good.
There's not a lot of dialogue with him.
It's not.
At first.
It's and I love her, and she gets sick, and she dies, and my life falls apart, and yeah, I've got a nice car, and she set something up after she passed to give me this dog.
Yeah.
And and so you're just like seeing this, you're like, oh, okay, cool, 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 cool. Bad things happen to him, bad guys kill his dog, blah blah blah. And then you have other characters in there be like, and you can see the fear.
Yeah.
You can see that you're like, who is this guy? And the whole entire show up until he actually like wakes up is everybody pissing their pants because of John Wick.
Yeah.
John Wick doesn't tell you he's tough. Everybody else is,
Yeah.
talking to each other, being like, dude, we're going to die. You have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
And that type of storytelling, like, I absolutely love it because it does build up the believability, in my opinion, of who
Yeah.
that character is. In Man of Steel, there wasn't like, the Henry Cavill character of Superman wasn't just like, I'm trying to be like, I'm human, I'm this,
Yeah.
I'm just like you. It's like, no, I don't have to say that, because I'm going to have the whole story tell others on how I am.
Yeah.
I'm, going to kind of go through this process of like, I'm still trying to figure myself out, and I'm going to have other people tell that story for me. And again, this is why I'm not going to blame, Dave Cornuswet for being Superman, because I thought he did really well
I don't think he did bad.
for what he was given.
Yeah.
And I don't think he was given a top-notch script.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of flat a little bit for me. I think DC should not try to copy and mimic Marvel.
Yeah.
I think DC needs to be DC.
Well, yeah, because it's interesting because DC is like killing it in the comics realm.
Yeah.
Like the top 10 comics from last year, only one of them was Marvel, and it
Yeah.
was a Marvel DC crossover.
Right.
So, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So you got Superman.
So anyway, Superman number 1. Number 2, Ocean's 11.
Yeah, Ocean's 11's great.
Yeah. I still, like, to this day, I love just sitting down and watching that show.
It's a good movie.
Again, a lot of like really good like writing and stuff like that was in that. One of my favorite scenes is when Brad Pitt and Clooney were at the bar.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt's just sitting there with his arms like this.
I think you need one more. All right, we'll get one more.
And that's the scene.
Yeah.
That is the.
Yep.
That is the. Like sitting there, like, this is the coolest thing ever. Like,
He doesn't even say anything.
he doesn't even move.
Nope.
Like, and I'm just like, yeah. And that is a director choice. That was a director choice of like, dude, trust me, this is gonna work.
Yeah.
And it freaking kills. Italian Job.
Oh, yeah, that's another good one.
Yeah, another great one.
Dang, yeah.
Fantastic. I really liked that one. I use, the line from that show all the time. How you doing? I'm fine. You know what that means, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Freaked out, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. Okay.
Yeah.
How you doing? Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Dune.
Dune, okay.
Yeah.
I've never really watched the new Dune. Again, because it's like I don't have 8 hours to.
Dude.
Apparently, they're making Dune 3.
Yes.
That might be a trailer that's being premiered at the Super Bowl.
Oh, no way. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that's going to be sick.
All right, so Dune.
Yeah. And then then the rest of these are like high. There's one that I'm really excited for.
Mhm.
So this is kind of like
Foreshadowing.
honorable mention, foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Just because I really like the actor who's in it. But some of my honorable mentions, Godzilla -1.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was so good. Yeah. They were really
Oh,
good.
Kong would have been a good one, too.
Kong would have been. Oh,
Skull,
yeah.
Skull Island?
Yes.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And the Peter Jackson King Kong was really
It
good.
was so good. Yeah.
Man, my list looked totally different now. But we're going with
Yeah.
it.
The Christopher Nolan Batman series.
Yeah, that's good.
There's
There's something about the Tim Burton, like, first 2 Batmans.
Mhm.
Those were good. The other ones,
Well, and that's
not so much.
I
but-
think that's a really good example of where you lose the plot. You lose the reason why people actually like,
Yeah,
the Batmans in DC.
Yeah.
I think just because I'm a big fan of Christopher Nolan. I'm not going to say that the Robert Pattinson Batmans are bad.
They're hard to visually watch because they're so dark.
They're so dark.
Like actually dark.
Yeah.
Like I can't see what's going on half the time.
Yeah. There are, however, with that said, and I do agree, 100%.
Yeah.
To look at that, I think that there was, again, some very solid nods because of that darkness and everything else to the Christopher Nolan Batman series.
Yeah.
To then reach that back, and again, I don't know if this was intentional or not, but to reach that back to the Tim Burton Batman series, which the whole thing was dark.
Yeah.
Not as dark as like the new one, but like it was
Yeah.
gritty, it was grimy, it
Yeah.
wasn't like flashy and everything else. And I think that's where, especially with Batman, that's how Batman is.
Yeah.
There's no
I
flash.
agree.
There's no.
Yeah, it's not flare.
Now I'm talking about live action, not the animated series. Animated series, you do whatever you want. Have fun with it. But for that, and again with the Robert Pattinson, there's a couple of things that I didn't realize that were, kind of like, I guess, groundbreaking. Like there was one scene where he takes his cowl off, and you can see like the running like eye mask, like the makeup and stuff that was on his face. And like apparently people like argued about that, like, oh, we shouldn't do that, blah blah blah. But I'm like, dude, but it lends realism to it. Anyway. But Batman, Christopher Nolan. Now this is the one that I am excited for. Like I'm anticipating it. I'm hoping it's going to be really good.
Okay.
But the new Running Man.
I watched it the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's not bad.
Oh.
No, it's not bad, but it's definitely a lot different than the original. Yeah.
Is it different because of like, again, like the original was like made in the late 70s, early 80s? 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. It's just a little different. I mean, it still has the same premise of like it's a game show.
Right.
But the way the game shows runs a lot different. Yeah, the pace is a lot different.
Okay.
So, because the old one, I mean, it says it's in the span of like a day.
Mm-hmm.
This one, it's a month.
Oh, okay.
So it's like you have 30 days
that you have to survive.
Oh,
jeez.
And it's not necessarily the hunters trying to find you. It's people turning you in.
Oh.
So they have like one quote unquote like hunter, which that's where I didn't really like it. I like the old one where the people in the crowd got to pick the person to go after him.
Right.
I thought that was cool.
Right.
And each one of them had their own special weapon and abilities. That's where I was like, that's cool.
That's like video game type. Like,
exactly.
Choose your character.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but no, it's worth watching.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on Paramount Plus, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, you can totally watch it.
Yeah, I think Glenn Powell's killing it right now.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job. I mean, the movie, like I said, the movie's not bad. It's just really different than the original.
Yeah.
The only thing that's the same is basically it's like you go on this show for money and you're trying to survive.
No.
So, yeah.
Almost like a Squid Game type of thing.
Yeah, and I like the director, Edgar Wright.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's good.
I think Edgar Wright's great.
Yeah.
But all right, so I got some honorable mentions. I did not know this was a remake until I started looking this up, but True Lies.
What?
Yeah, True Lies is a remake of The Jackpot.
Oh, no way.
So I was like, okay. Death Race.
Death Race.
Yeah, Death Race was really good. Hairspray.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, I like the Hairspray.
John Travolta as the mom.
Dread.
Yeah, I almost put that one on there.
Dread is so much better than Judge Dredd.
Oh, dude.
So, this one I put as an honorable mention because I didn't quite know because it was a TV show, Jump Street.
21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street. So, I was like, I don't know if that would be technically considered this.
Yeah.
But I also like The Magnificent Seven.
Yes.
That was a really good remake.
Yes.
I like that one a lot. But now into the top 5, The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, yeah, the Rob Zombie one. No, that's not Rob Zombie.
No, I can't remember who directed it, but that's a really good remake.
Yeah.
Ocean's 11, of course. Yep. Scarface is actually a remake.
It is?
Yeah. I can't remember the original title, but it was a remake of an
old
movie back in the 30s, I think.
Wow.
30s or 40s. Man on Fire with Denzel.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Yeah, the book
And
is
then,
amazing.
yeah, besides all the other ones we listed while we were talking, but The Mummy. I love the Mummy remakes.
Yeah.
The Brendan Fraser one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, they're doing like...
They're doing it again.
I know. And they're
Yeah.
bringing everybody back.
That's so awesome. I'm excited for it. But yeah, but I didn't think about like Kong or Godzilla, and there's
Well,
a
and
lot
that's-
that I missed,
and
or
that's
even the Spider-Man series.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because the first two Spider-Mans were really good. The third one, unfortunately, kind of tainted the series.
Yeah, it did.
The second two, the Amazing Spider-Mans, I thought were good. They just didn't get the love that they needed. I thought Andrew Garfield was a really good Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And it was more true to the comics.
Yep.
And then you have the Tom Holland one, and I think he's doing fine.
Yeah.
I'm just not a huge Spider-Man fan.
Yeah.
Like, he's all right, but I'm not like, oh my God, Spider-Man.
Right.
So,
I think a lot of times they're chasing... Movie houses are chasing dollars instead of chasing the story.
yeah, and I'm twisted with the RDJ coming back as Doomsday.
So I've
'Cause
actually heard some theories on
I think
this.
that's going to be a really good story.
Right.
But they know they need Robert Downey back in Marvel to like save the franchise because it's tanking big time.
well,
Because the stories have been terrible.
they've been making freaking shit scripts
Yeah.
with freaking even worse, like higher than thou, think they're all that in a bag of chip actors
Yeah.
that really can't deliver anything. Like I would much rather like order a Jimmy John's and have that delivered, and I know that that's going to come at least fresh and ready and good to eat.
Yeah.
Like everything that they've been doing, and I think a lot of it is because again Disney owns Marvel, and Disney needs an enema.
Yeah. They need
up.
They need a good cleansing.
They need to be, and I'm part of me doesn't feel bad that nobody's going and watching their shitty movies because they need to be punched in the face, and the only way that they're going to feel it is through the pocketbook.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
suck. They haven't been doing anything well for the past 5 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
Like I think the last good like superhero movie that they put out was the last Endgame, and that was it.
Yeah. And that was almost 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Which is crazy to think about.
And I mean, good heavens, don't even get me started on like the crap that they've pulled with Star Wars and everything
Yeah.
else. I mean, they literally cannot, like they were given, especially when you're given franchises like that with people that are extremely talented and everything else, and you literally shit the bed.
Yeah.
Like what? Like, I'm sorry, you just suck at your job.
Yeah.
And the same thing, I'd say the same thing to Sony, with a lot of companies that are out there that they lose the plot of the story and they don't listen to the people who are actually there making it.
Yeah.
With that said, speaking of movies and stuff, are you a Brandon Sanderson fan?
I've heard of him, but I heard some students talking that they're going to be making one of his book series.
So, Brandon Sanderson, Brando Sando, local author, I didn't realize, like, I kind of like heard, like, oh yeah, he's local. I'm like, okay, cool. So he probably does a little bit of books. No, he sells the crap ton out of books.
Yeah.
So much so that he went into Amazon on the Audible side and the Kindle side and actually renegotiated, not for him, but for every other author on their platform.
Oh, nice.
And they caved.
Good for
And
him.
he's like, this is what I'm going to do. And they're like, we don't want to do that. All right, then I'm going to go somewhere else. I think we'll do that.
Yeah.
So anyway, Apple TV just signed a big contract with his. So he, there's a universe that he writes in.
Yeah.
And it's called the Cosmere. And the Cosmere spans, crap. I'm probably going to like make up the number and it's going to be totally wrong, but probably like 30 books of his.
Wow.
From like the Mistborn series to the Stormlight Archive, and then there's offshoots of those and everything else inside that book series. And I was like, okay, cool. So you sold it to Apple. I don't know. Apple's done okay on some things, and I'm really kind of concerned anytime this happens because they end up screwing up the story so badly that you can't even see straight. And what I heard is that yes, he signed, yes, Apple paid, but he retains all creative and riding control.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, hold up, wait a minute.
Yeah, now it's going to be
Wait, okay.
It's going to be decent.
And so he's actually, and he's a great writer too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
so it's going to be exciting.
Look out for that.
Look out for that. It's
But
gonna be
let's
great.
move on to our Ask a Sensei. All right. This week's slang, since the Super Bowl's on Sunday, is NFL slang. So the term is gunslinger. So if they refer to a player as a gunslinger, what are they kind of describing?
I am going to be so far off on this one. I'm like,
It's all right. It's a reckless quarterback.
I was about to say, I was like a quarterback that the instant it like hits his hands, it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just kind of slings the ball all over the place.
That's like Uncle Rico, you know?
Yeah,
Just like,
exactly. Throw that ball over the mountains over there.
complete state.
Okay. Game manager. It's another quarterback term.
Really?
Yeah. They call them game managers.
That makes sense because they're the one that like make all the calls. And
So
all the
a
plays.
specific type of quarterback is called a game manager when they rely on like technique and smarts as opposed to physical talent. So like Michael Vick was not a game manager,
Right.
Because he
would
just do
muscle
anything.
through. Yeah.
So the game manager, it's kind of a negative term to be thrown on a quarterback because it's like you're just not good enough. But
Right.
the system you're in, you just don't make mistakes.
Right.
So, but that's a game manager. A ball hawk.
A ball hawk.
Ball hawk.
Oh,
This typically refers to defensive players.
I was about to say, is that someone who like is able to get basically either like intercept or
they always have a
ball.
knack to be around the ball.
Yep.
They always
Yep.
find it. They're a ball
It's like,
hawk.
oh, it's right here. I got it.
Yeah. Hands of stone.
Oh, that's somebody who doesn't drop the ball at all. Like he get hit, get swat, whatever, and just.
No, the opposite.
Oh, the opposite. Oh,
Yes.
that makes sense because you're just like.
Yeah, they got players that drop the ball a lot.
Begin.
Yeah. Pancake block.
Is that's got to be a off of a kick, off of a punt?
No. So
No?
a pancake block is when the offensive lineman blocks the defender so hard that they fall over.
Oh no! And totally just eat it.
Yep. And then usually they fall on top of them.
Ah.
So a pancake block is where the offensive lineman knocks over the defender.
Oh my gosh.
So, audible.
Oh, audible is just when the QB riffs it.
Yeah, it changes the play.
Yep.
Pulls an audible.
Yep.
We use that a lot just
Oh
in
yeah.
normal life. Be like pulling an audible. The trenches.
The trenches.
The trenches refers to the offense and defensive scrimmage line.
Oh, okay.
So
that makes sense.
those are the trenches. Hail Mary.
Full of grace.
Yeah, exactly.
Blessed
Not
is
the
fruit
not
of
the religious term. But even though people will pray during Hail Marys.
Hey, yes, we all do. We all do, and you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
That final pass.
That final pass, and
Yep.
it's generally for like 50 yards.
Yeah, it's a long pass.
It's a long one.
Scoop and score.
Is that off? That's not off of a kick, is it?
Not off of a kick, but it's if an offensive player fumbles and the defender
Yeah, and the defense
scoops it up and
then
runs
straight
for a
the
touchdown.
Yeah, touchdown.
Yep. Scoop and score. Coffin corner.
Ooh,
Yeah.
don't know this one.
Coffin corner, this deals with kicking,
Yeah.
is when the player punts it to the corner of the end zone within like the 5-yard line. So in that like little corner of the field, that's what they
Right.
call the coffin corner. So a tutty.
A tutty?
Tutty. It's a touchdown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, touchdown. This one I did not know, but I thought it was kind of funny. The Hot Tub Club.
The same people that did Hot Tub Time Machine?
No, it's where it's a funny term for players that are injured or inactive. They're just gotta sit in the hot tub.
I said Hot Tub.
So that's the NFL slangs for the week. Let us know how many of the slang terms you knew. And moving on. All right, question number 2. What do you got for us?
Okay, so like I mentioned before, Tony Robbins is doing like a 3-day live seminar for free type thing. And so I signed up for it. And he said something that really kind of got me thinking.
Okay.
And he's like, in this life, discomfort is normal. You are supposed to be uncomfortable all the time. And I'm like, okay, where did we get the idea that we're not?
That we're not supposed to be comfortable?
No, that we're not supposed to be uncomfortable.
It's a good question.
You know, I was like, you know, because of, you know, that's one of the reasons why I signed up for it. Because I was like, you know, I'm always kind of looking for ways to just tune my own brain up, you know?
Yeah, because nowhere in history do you hear about people talking about, oh, you just want to be comfortable. And they talk about enduring and thriving and pushing past and the pain that you have to go through.
Everything
Yeah.
has been like sheer discomfort,
Yeah.
you know, and I don't want to say like, you know, all these new young people, blah, blah, our current generation, but it's like, it's the only thing I can really look at, because at this current time in human history, we as humans are more comfortable than any other time. You know, we've mastered control over the environment inside of office buildings, houses, where we work, what we do. We have created safe spaces so that I don't have to be challenged on my, you know, own beliefs and systems and stuff like that. We have made it okay for somebody to just be like, yeah, I don't like the situation. I can just get up and walk away and leave.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you didn't fix anything. Did you do any growing? You know, we have. And one thing he actually said, Tony Robbins, because, you know, we're all told that like divorce, you know, what's the divorce rate?
It's pretty high.
50%, right? People say, it's 50%. 55%. Okay, those are old numbers. I didn't know this.
That's higher.
And he says, if you take people that were born from basically like, you know, mid 70s to early 80s until now, you know, he says the divorce rate's 65 to 70%.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool. So like, you know, what? And then he said, of course, you know, we are supposed to be uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're supposed to be, and a lot of that is so that we can strive towards, you know, building and growing, because that's the only way you grow. You don't grow in being comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, but we've created this belief set and this belief system that we're supposed to be comfortable all the time, that nothing is supposed to, you know, shake anything about us. I'm like, where did this come from?
I think it comes from, now that I've had a chance to kind of think about it for a quick second, it's not necessarily, I think, a time frame where like people told us, but it's that cycle that, you know, hard times create hard men create good times, good
times create soft men, soft men create hard times.
Yeah.
Yep.
So right now, I truly do believe we're in that soft time frame.
Yeah.
Or soft people, not soft times.
Yeah.
We've transitioned from good times, because we've had really, really good times.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, nothing really majorly bad, at least for us in America, has really happened.
No.
You know, we haven't gone through a world war. We have had, you know, like the Iraq conflict and all that stuff, but nothing to the scale of like the older generations.
Yeah, with Korea, Vietnam, World War II, you know, World War I before that, you know, and then you've got like, the big Dust Bowl issue that was
famine,
Midwest,
depression.
Yeah, the Great Depression that happened, the Roaring 20s. I mean,
so if you look at our time, our generation, our frame, we've gone from good times. We lived through good times.
Yeah.
Now we've got soft people.
Right. Well, it's kind of crazy. Like even thinking about this just kind of popped into my head. Think about, again, when I was growing up, there's a reason why everybody was afraid to get on an airplane.
Yeah.
How often would an airplane, and I'm not talking like worldwide, I'm talking domestically. Domestically, how many like crashes would happen a year?
I can't even remember.
one or two.
Yeah.
You know, and it'd be a big thing.
Yeah.
You know, big scorch mark on the dirt somewhere, and everybody's dead.
Yeah.
You know, and then that slowly got more and more distant, 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 to the point now where if an airplane crashes and people die in the United States, 9 times out of 10, actually probably 10 times out of 10, it's going to be a private aircraft.
Mm.
You don't
Yeah, that's true.
You don't hear commercial aircraft. How many commercial aircrafts have crashed in the United States in the past 10, 20 years?
I can't really think of any.
None. I mean,
Well,
you had one that lost its landing gear and stuff like that in San Francisco, you know, when it came in.
we had the 3 big ones,
You know,
in September.
those ones.
But that was human error.
That was definite human error.
Yeah.
Intentional human
Yeah.
error. So, but again, you think about that. It's like, okay, like, why are people still afraid to fly then? You know, like, okay, we've like created this good time. That,
Yeah. Air travel is probably one of the safest ways to actually travel.
Yeah. 100%.
So, no, it was interesting. I was talking about this. I can't remember who I was talking to. I think I was talking to my parents, actually, about how when we were raised, or when they raised me, or raising me, it was that free range parenting style.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where it's just like, hey, call me when you get to your friend's house, be home by this time.
Yeah.
Other than that, that was it.
When the street light turns on, make sure you're home.
Yeah, exactly. Versus now, where it's like you have cell phones, you have trackers, you have all this like stuff, so you know exactly where they are at all times. And it's like, how did we get to that point? And I equate it to that information.
Right.
Like, we have so much information that it's paralyzing us from doing things.
I would
It's
agree.
like, you know, were there like pedophiles and sex offenders back in the 80s and 70s and 80s, 90s? Yeah.
Dude, there was more kidnappings back then than there are now.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
yet people are freaking out. It's like, you know, and then our parents literally would just be like, yeah, go off and play.
Yeah.
You know, just don't talk to strangers. If a
But
white
yet-
van comes up, it's not a puppy.
Yeah. So, and it's like, and they trained us and they taught us to be like, hey, you just don't do certain things. And we listened. Versus now, it's like you Google and then you pull up this map and you could probably have like 5 or 6 offenders on your street. And you're
Right.
like, my kid ain't
Right.
leaving the house. And it's like, that information is great, but it's also made people scared.
Well,
And
and
then that just goes back to the making soft people.
yeah.
So,
And it's funny because, like, again, I was thinking, you know, as he was talking about this and me wrestling with my own issues, I really started to think about it. And I'm like, you know, okay, so turning it internally,
mhm.
what things do I personally, you know, shy away from because it makes me uncomfortable?
Yeah.
What things do, you know, again, because, you know, he brought up a very good thing. He says, like, yes, nothing happens. No growth happens. Anyway, I don't care who you are. No growth happens without discomfort.
Yeah.
You have to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You want to get in better shape? You got to go to the gym. What's going to happen?
You're
You're going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's not going to be fun. You're not going to have a good time. You know, we tell ourselves, and that, yeah, you know, we do feel better and stuff like that afterwards. You know, my girlfriend's dad is doing this. It's not quite like a boot camp, but
Mm-hmm.
anyway, he was telling me, it was kind of funny. You know, we're sitting there talking, and I'm like, so how are things going? He's like, man, I'm down like 10 pounds. You know, I actually see that I'm putting on muscle mass. This is amazing. This is great. I'm like, that's fantastic. You know, he says, it's tough. It's hard. You know, I'm like, yeah, that's good. He says, but you know what? He says, my back doesn't hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, of course it doesn't, because you're using it.
Yeah.
You had to go through that painful cycle in order to get to the point where now you don't have discomfort doing normal stuff.
Yeah. It's like,
You
what
know.
kind of discomfort are you willing to put up with?
Right.
So you can either have discomfort of your back hurting, or you can have discomfort of working out and your muscles are sore because you're working out, not because your back's hurting.
100%.
Yeah.
You know, and it's funny, like, you know, again, thinking about this and thinking about, you know, like, why do we push ourselves to be comfortable? You know, And it really kind of makes me wonder for those who don't think that way. And unfortunately, a lot of those people, are in positions of decision-making power. And they make those decisions thinking that I'm here to make sure that nobody hurts. And it's like, no, I'm sorry, stop. Everybody needs to hurt. I'm sorry. Unpopular opinion, everybody needs to hurt.
Well, it's usually a mom thing with their boys. Yep. I've had this conversation with Shanna.
Mm-hmm.
Let me rephrase. It's probably not a mom thing. I've seen it a lot with moms, but dads do it too. Dads do it to their girls. But you don't want your children to suffer the way you had to suffer.
Correct.
But in actuality, that suffering has turned you into the person that you are. So by taking that suffering away from them, you're robbing them of the chance to grow. And it's a very tough thing because you can see the writing on the wall, be like, I see this is where this is going.
Yep.
I can head it off. I can stop it.
Yep.
I can, take away some temporary discomfort and pain, but you can't.
No.
You got to let it run its course.
Well,
and that's hard. That's hard.
Yeah.
That's our version of discomfort at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Is letting your kid cry and be upset and be unhappy. It sucks.
Right.
It really sucks.
Right. And again, so there's an author by the name of Brene Brown, which you've heard of her, read her books.
I don't know. What's one of her books?
She does. Oh shoot. Put me on the spot, and
I was gonna say it doesn't sound familiar.
She does a lot of like business management type books.
Okay.
Yeah. Founder. Oh, that's her podcast. I don't want her podcast. Here we go. Because then I can get to her books. So she's written like books like Dare to Lead, Daring Greatly, Gifts of Imperfection, Power of Vulnerability, Falling Upward, that type of stuff.
Okay, I'll have to check her out.
Yeah. In one of the books that she wrote, and I use this a lot, is especially with the current political climate and everything else that's going on, that's been going on for the past 16 years, is assume good intent, right? So when she says that, because again, I think a lot of us get inside of our own heads. I do. I know I get inside mine a lot, and you start to think, and well, this person did this to me because they're thinking this and they're acting in this way, and it's all against me and negative and blah 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 blah. When you actually go and talk to them, they're like, "Oh, I had no idea that affected you that way." Well, why were you acting like this towards me? I just found out that day that my dad has cancer and he's gonna die.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've all heard of stories like that, right?
Yeah.
And so the phrase "assume good intent" is whatever happens to you, try to take it from the position that person is acting not with malice towards you, and their intent is good.
Yeah.
Right. So again, going about this whole entire thing of refraining people from experiencing any type of discomfort, we all know that that's not going to be good. We're all told, when you're a kid, when you're hatching, chickens from an egg or any type of bird from an egg, do you help the shell get off the egg? No.
Yeah.
No. You've got to let that chick suffer. I don't want to see it suffer. If you don't, that chicken's going to die.
Yeah.
That's just straight it.
Just how it works.
It's how Mother Nature is. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't touch it until it actually comes around, and it's going to be fine. But the reason why people want to intervene is because of their heart.
Yeah.
And it's because of that
Everybody has
caring
good intentions.
that caring center in them that like I don't want to see somebody suffer in this way.
Yeah.
So I am going to act in this way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is creating a society of soft, weak, and worthless people by way of the marketplace.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, unpopular opinion, here we go. Another thing that, again, I've been listening to a lot of Tony Robbins, so just deal with me on this. He said, by way of people's souls, we are all equal. But that does not mean that you are equal in the market.
Yeah, no, it's
he says some of you are going to be great out there and you're going to be great working at McDonald's.
Yeah,
he says, but do not think for any stretch of the imagination that makes you a person who's worth like an investment banker who's making, millions of dollars a year.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, you can be great at what you do and be happy at what you do, but not every avenue has equal outcome.
Correct.
Everybody has equal opportunity, but not you can't have all the same outcome.
No.
And that's just, again, if we're talking like Animal Kingdom style, I mean, it's just how it is.
Yeah.
So if you don't like that, make yourself more valuable.
And again, to become more valuable, that's going to mean that you have to be uncomfortable.
You got to be uncomfortable. Yeah.
You're going to have to, for me, I've just been kind of like looking at it. I'm like, okay, where do I want to go?
Yeah.
What do I want to be? By way of job, by way of employment, by way of father, by way of, partner.
Yeah.
What person do I want to be in that position? Am I happy where I'm at right now? Happy by way of, I'm content that I have been able to get through a lot of stuff and I can see where I'm at right now. And I'm happy that I made it this far. Okay. Yeah. 100%. Am I happy to stay here? No.
Yeah.
Well, then what are you going to have to do? Well, that means I'm going to have to be uncomfortable for a really long time. Yeah. For like the rest of your life. And
you can have pockets of comfortableness.
Oh yeah.
But you can't think you're going to live in comfortability.
No.
So I think that's the biggest thing. It's like, it's what we call vacations.
Yeah.
It's like work hard, be uncomfortable. So a couple times a year, you can not be uncomfortable.
Right.
And just unplug.
And just, detach and
be like, all right, now it's time to be uncomfortable again.
Right.
So, but moving on to our next question. All right, this question, again, kind of Super Bowl related, is what's your favorite / go-to food, Super Bowl food or snack?
Oh, buddy. Oh, this fat boy comes out. Just one?
No, you can have a couple.
Okay,
but like if you're like planning a Super Bowl party, like what are your must-haves at this party?
Okay, must-haves at the party. Number one is like the quintessential Velveeta Rotel tomato nacho cheese dip.
Yeah.
With tortillas. Like tortilla chips.
Yeah.
That's straight up number one.
Big time dip person.
Huge on dips and that type of stuff.
Dips are great.
The next thing would be, again, there's certain things that I'm like, I get other people like them. I don't.
Yeah.
Like the barbecue sauce and the like little hot dog things.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just not a fan.
I'll make you some good ones one day.
Okay. And it's probably like, and that's the thing. Like, I'm totally open to the fact that I probably just haven't had good ones. And I'm like, it's okay. It's like a hot dog doused in like barbecue sauce.
No, I'll make you some good ones one day.
But on that note, some like smoked barbecue protein style something. Either that or, and again, the more unhealthy, the better. Like fried chicken wings.
Chicken wings is great.
It's like one of the two. It's like this one or this one.
I'm really liking smoked chicken wings.
Dude,
But-
they're so freaking good.
Yeah, but you can't beat like fried chicken wings.
Oh no. So like my hack lately is that I've got like my sous vide stick,
Mhm.
and I'll pack a whole bunch of chicken wings. Of course, salt them and everything else. Put them in a giant food saver bag and vacuum seal it, and then I'll throw it in a pot and turn my like sous vide machine on and just let them sit there and cook. That way they don't get overcooked, and then after they're totally cooked, they look like death. That's when I'll fry them,
Yeah.
because then I don't have to fry them for that long.
Yeah.
It's like maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, flash fry.
It is a flash fry, and dude, like the inside is ridiculously juicy. There's a barbecue sauce that I have found. There's a place called the Barbecue Pit. They're not a sponsor, but if you want to be,
Yeah.
it's up in Layton, and that's all they've got is like they sell Traegers, they sell the big green egg, and
Yeah.
unis, which are the pizza oven things. And he has a solid wall of just like barbecue sauces and rubs and seasonings. And I got a couple of one of theirs was like their whiskey barbecue sauce.
Okay.
And yeah, you fry those, chicken wings up and toss them in that sauce, dude. So,
Yeah, we're gonna be doing stuff like that for the 5-year dinner, I think.
oh, sweet.
Smoke stuff. So
Sweet.
yeah. But I agree. You gotta have a dip, and man, chicken wings and football is like
Yeah. Dip, chicken wings, football.
yeah.
And again, all sorts of dip. Like again, nacho cheese dip is great. There's one that I like with like sausage. It's like the Jimmy Dean sausage.
Yeah.
With Rotel tomatoes and cream cheese and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
That sausage dip is amazing. 7-layer dip.
Oh yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
And then again, because I'm a non-drinker, give me literally enough like diet soda or whatever to be physically questionable.
To drown a fish.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
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 To be like aspartame is good within these quantities and you just ate double of that. Okay. So,
They say you have to drink 20 like Diet Cokes a day.
yeah, and a day
A
for
day.
like a long period of
Yeah.
time.
So I'm okay. We can handle it.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. Wait for it.
Yeah.
Legend
Dairy.
dairy.
Yes. But yeah, oh yeah. So with Super Bowl coming up, it's
Oh yeah,
it'll be,
dude.
it'll be fun. So, but let us know what your favorite Super Bowl food is and what your go-to dip or proteins are. But moving on to our last question. All right, what's our last question?
Okay, last question. How have your New Year's resolutions been going?
Not bad. I don't necessarily count them as like New Year's resolutions.
New Year's goals.
Just goals in general. They're going all right. I'm sticking to them. Like, are we like close to them? No, but they're for a year, so. But still striving towards them.
Right.
That's for sure. Like, it's interesting because I think when you slap the like phrase New Year's resolutions, people are always all like, this or that. Hey, Sarah.
What up?
And so I just think of them as goals.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I'll keep striving towards your goals. And will you always be on track? You would like to think so.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just kind of like what we've echoed in other episodes. It's like if you fall off, then it's like recognize that you fall off and then get back on the horse and get back on the path.
Right.
So I feel like they're doing pretty good, but still working towards them. That's for sure. I take it yours are the same way, or
I've actually been feeling really good. So like one of my my goals this year was, and a lot of it's because of just the change in dynamic, before everything kind of fell apart, I was able to like really focus in on, you getting at least, 3 to 4 like resistance training workouts in every single week. I was doing my cardio and stuff like that. Now it's over the past year, while I was trying to figure out like my whole entire routine with like, the custody and kids and everything else and work, to try to figure out how to fit that in, because we're all given 24 hours, and I've just got to figure out where I'm going to stick that.
Mm-hmm.
And so far this year, things have been going really, really well with that.
Good.
I changed up, kind of like my leg day routine on Thursday. That was a mistake.
In a good way.
It's not. I mean, it's a mistake right now.
Yeah.
It'll be a mistake until Sunday.
Yeah.
And then I'll be okay on Monday.
Then it'll be good.
And then
to
I'll
do
be
it
fine.
again.
And then I'll have to do it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was, like going through that and really kind of like keeping myself more accountable to that type of stuff. Like being like, no, like it is hard when you have to answer to yourself.
Yeah.
Because I think it's just a human thing that we'll make more excuses for ourselves than we do for other people.
Mm-hmm.
We're also kinder to other people than we are to ourselves as well.
Yeah, no, it's a weird.
It's a weird dichotomy.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I've been really kind of sticking to that. Kind of just mentioned and voiced my frustration with myself.
Mm-hmm.
To my girlfriend, I'm just being like, I've gained, like, no joke, over the past, 6 months, probably 16, 18 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to say that it's all muscle mass. It's not.
It's also being in a relationship.
It is, like,
because you got comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's kind of funny because I said this. My sister came to my son's play last night.
Yeah.
Her and I were talking, and and I was telling her about that and everything else. And I said, yeah, it's kind of amazing how good of a appetite suppressant depression is. She just looks at me and she's like, "You're not wrong."
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Nope, nope."
It's either going to make you eat a lot or not at all.
Oh yeah. For like no joke, for the first 7 months after the divorce, I was like, oh yeah, like, that was the one thing that I could kind of point to and be like, yeah, look at me, my weight hasn't changed. It's like, yeah, because you're not eating and not doing anything. And so it's like, okay. And then you find somebody, you're like, oh, okay, cool. Well, let me start eating and everything else and trying to fit everything in.
Yeah. Now you got to really prioritize.
Yeah.
And that's where, like you're talking about earlier with the video games.
Mm-hmm.
It's like some things got to go, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Or I shouldn't say got to go. They got to be put on the back burner.
Yeah, because you just run out of time.
Yeah.
And that was one thing, and I did have to kind of, like, I sat down with my girlfriend, just like, hey, like, this is nothing against you. Like, I've been spending a lot of time with you.
Yeah. And
I said, I want you to know that it's not because in my head I'm thinking, well, if I don't spend all this time with her, then she's not gonna, like me, and I have to do this because if I don't, she'll get frustrated. It's like, no. I said, inside of me, like, and I'm like sitting there looking at it, it's like, would I rather stay at home and be alone and maybe play video games, or would I rather just kind of hang out with you and talk and like, throw a TV show on and stuff, like, and just sit there next to you and watch a show?
Yeah.
I would much rather do that.
Yeah.
10 times, and I kind of like I had to tell him, like, I said, that's me choosing to hang out with you because I want to and I enjoy that comfort and everything else. However, because of X, Y, and Z, and because I've kind of fallen off the wagon, like, I'm not going to be able to do that as much. And I don't want to say that it's because I value, this more than us.
Yeah.
It's that there has to be balance. And
now this will help us.
Yeah, I have chosen. This is not a you thing. This is me. I have chosen to put everything out of balance for this. And she's like, oh yeah, I totally get that. That's totally fine. And so,
like, she needs to have things that she does by herself.
Right.
You need to have things you do by yourself.
Right. And that's the other thing, is I even told her, I'm like, yeah, if you want to come start working out with me, and that way we can hold each other both accountable. Because again, that's, I was thinking, like, if I get an accountability partner that I can work out with all the time, that's easy to work out with, that we can put things together. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And I, again, had to reiterate, because I didn't want her to feel like, I think you need to work out with me.
Yeah.
You've got a little little squish right there. No,
Yeah.
it's like, no, I want to do this for me. I need you to be there for me so that I can hold myself accountable.
Yeah.
If you get in shape along the way, that's a bonus for you. Like it's not going to change how I feel about you one bit.
Yeah.
But again, it's like, there's a lot of doctors and everything else that they all say the number one thing you can do for longevity is, put on muscle mass.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what I want to do. But, and by doing it, you have to choose.
Yeah.
You have to get up and you have to choose and you have to make that choice. And I think like I'm in a good mental headspace to do that right now.
Yeah.
Whereas, I mean, I tried last year and failed miserably. It was
That's all
awful.
right. Best part about failure is you can try again.
Well, and it's kind of funny because the only way that you know where your limits are at is by failing. You know, like I love it when everybody says like, when they're mocking, SpaceX and the, starships that go up and explode every single time that have happened frequently. Like, oh, they can't even like launch a rocket. It keeps exploding all the time. Why would you trust them to like do anything? It's like, how do you think they're going to know what that thing is capable of if they don't push it to its literal physical limits every single time?
Yeah.
They will blow up a crap ton before they ever start throwing stuff up there that's going to be usable all the time. It's like, look at, the Falcon rockets that they send up all the like SpaceX does like 80 to 90% of all satellite, flights up into space. Okay. There's a reason why.
So,
anyway. Yeah,
make good choices.
Make good choices.
And fail.
Fail often.
Fail often.
Fail frequently. Fail forward.
Yep. And get up and fail again. But moving on to our fight scene. All right, this week's fight scene isn't really a fight scene. It's our predictions. We have the Seahawks versus the Patriots because this will be the last episode before the Super Bowl.
Yes.
So, who you got?
Dude, I got Hawks.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I mean,
if my birds can't be in it, I want another bird.
Another bird.
Yeah, exactly. So screw the Patriots.
Yeah.
Not because they win. I'm not opposed to a team being successful. Like, I'm not bitter that way. But I can't get past them always cheating, and they cheated against the Birds in like the early 2000s to win the Super Bowl.
Right.
And
I remember that.
I still have not forgiven them for it. So I'm going with the Seahawks. My prediction for the score, because I don't want it to be an all-time blowout, because I don't want the Seahawks to be that good. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking like 27-10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like 21-17.
That's a good score too.
And so,
I like Drake May. I think he's a great young man. Just too bad he plays for the Patriots.
Yeah.
So
I remember one of the first Super Bowls that I watched where Landon was he was old enough to kind of watch and pay attention and kind of know what was going on. So he was probably like 4.
yeah.
He was a big Seahawks fan. Why? Not because he like understood the game and liked the players.
I remember
No.
that. He even painted his room Seahawks colors.
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He liked the colors. He liked the
Yeah.
Seahawk logo. The kid was a stud. The Seahawks were playing in the Super Bowl. And I'm making food in the kitchen. And with the way that our kitchen was, like there was this wall where like the kitchen was on this side and then the TV was over on this side and the family room was over here. So I'm making food. And I say in the kitchen, and I just kind of poke my head around the corner. I'm like, they landed. How are the Seahawks doing? And he's standing there, and he's like watching the TV, and he says, Dad, they keep falling down.
That's funny.
Dad's laughing.
They keep falling down.
Falling down.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
True. Yeah.
You're not wrong. And they did not win that Super Bowl.
Is that the one where they played the Patriots?
I think so.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Stupid Pete Carroll. Just ruined football. He had the best running back in the league. Don't get cute and throw the damn ball. God, I'm still pissed about that. And I'm not even a Seahawks fan.
Oh, mercy.
Good Lord.
But yeah, to this day, yeah, they keep falling down.
They keep falling down.
It's just the frustration that he had. It was like,
Yeah.
Dad. Oh my gosh.
Why don't they
mercy.
stay on their feet? Let us know who you think's going to win the Super Bowl, Seahawks or Patriots. I'm going with the Seahawks. So 27-10. So.
Yep.
All right, but moving on to our jokes. All right, so I've got two jokes. Honestly, I'll tell you the other because I'm sure you haven't watched last week's episode. Jay was here, and he had to leave like right after the fight scene, so I told the jokes alone, so I didn't have anybody to laugh at them. But they were really good, so I'll tell you later. But this week's joke is: what do NFL players do when they go blind? They become referees.
Oh my gosh.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah. Hold on as I pull things up here. Because I do find to be good jokes. And
my other one is, what team has the coolest helmet? The one with the most fans.
That's okay. Okay.
That works on two different levels.
That does work on two different levels.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't have these here. I wish I had like more football related ones, but
that's all right.
I do have some that again, Landon and I don't know if I've told these before. They're funny, so I will tell them again.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember how that joke goes. I'm going to skip that one, go to another one. Okay. Why did the violist put his viola on his dashboard when he parked his car?
Why?
Because he forgot his handicap sticker.
Jeez.
Why?
Lainey's a violist, so you should tell her that one.
She's gonna hate me here in a minute.
Yeah.
Why does the viola burn twice as long as the violin?
Why?
Because they forgot to take the viola out of the case.
Do you play the viola?
Everybody hates you.
Apparently. So, but moving on to our shout-outs. All right, anybody you want to shout out this week?
Yeah, so like I'm gonna shout out to Landon and the whole entire crew at Centennial Junior High.
Good job, Landon.
For their rendition of Rock of Ages. They did a great job.
Way to go, buddy.
Absolute great job. By way of like a personal shout out. By way of like a more probably popular shout out, this one was kind of like it was kind of really sad. I'm gonna shout out to like I think everybody's TV movie mom.
Oh yeah.
Catherine O'Hara passed away.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked to hear that. Everybody, or at least our generation, everybody grew up with her as the mom.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she was. She's your Home Alone mom, and
shout out Catherine O'Hara. And Beetlejuice,
and Schitt's
apparently
Creek,
she did a lot of voiceover work too.
Yeah,
so a lot more than I ever thought.
Yeah, so. She's, plus all of like the little funny, quirky, best of show and stuff like that she was in.
Yeah,
just I think a really great person, and I did read the quote that Macaulay Culkin wrote about her.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I tip my hat to that kid for, and I should say that man. He's a man.
Yeah, he's a man. He's a man.
For overcoming what he's had to overcome.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
to still be relatively sane.
Yeah, straight up.
So good job. Yeah, shout out Macaulay Culkin.
Shout out Macaulay Culkin. Shout out Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
Really, yeah, it's unfortunate, but
yeah. Shout out to here Dojo Wise. We have a advanced test today.
Yeah.
So shout out to the people testing. We even have a black belt test. So people going for black and brown and.
Oh no way! Big test.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Black belt start at 1.
Yeah.
Go to 5.
Oh, then speaking of which, then Cicely has her first color guard competition today.
Oh,
and
tell her good luck.
Yeah, and the color guard team at the junior high got pushed up, and they're now competing with the high school team. So
Okay.
she's going to be competing with all the high school girls for
Nice.
Farmington High. And so we're going to
Fantastic.
be down in Saratoga Springs at about 5 o'clock.
There you go. Good luck.
Yeah.
Bring a cushion. Your butt's gonna
Oh,
hurt.
dude, 100%.
So,
100%.
but all right, moving on to our final thoughts. I think the biggest final thought is to be uncomfortable and fail forward.
Yeah.
Make the choices that your future self will thank you for.
Yeah.
So-
And again, don't be so quick to try to take away the discomfort of others.
Yeah.
That, again, one of the things that Tony Robbins said, and I didn't know this about him, but his mom like married four or five different guys.
Wow.
Married, divorced, married, divorced, married, divorced. His mom was an alcoholic and drug user, stuff like that. He said that when he was 17, she was, alcohol, drugs, whatever. And he decided that he was going to stand up for the last dad that was there in the house. And that was not a good thing. She grabbed him by the hair and was like just beating the crap out of him and everything else. And he left. And he says, yeah, it was stupid hard. He says, but unfortunately, because of that situation, it made me into the person who I am today.
Yeah.
And if none of that would have happened, if he had, like, honestly, if you think about it, if he had like a constant nuclear family of just like, oh yeah, single dad that was there, he was nice, kind, everything else. Mom was an alcoholic, drugs, nice, kind, everything else. He'd probably be, some businessman, accountant, something somewhere else.
He wouldn't be who he was.
He's not who he is.
Yeah, so don't ever take your past and be woe is me. It's the past is you.
Yeah,
It made you.
The past forges you into who you are today, and again to help you move forward, like and use that discomfort as a growth.
Yeah. It's like that phrase that don't say why me, say for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And Chris Williamson has said this a couple of times about Jordan Peterson, that there was a quote that he says where somebody asks, what do you do when you feel something so much that it almost that it makes it hard for you to deal with life or something like that. And Jordan Peterson said, take that which poisons you until you girdle it like a tonic around you and go through life. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like that's huge.
Yeah.
Take that which poisoned you until it becomes a tonic and girdles you through life. I'm like, okay, yeah. So like the bad things that have happened, push forward, push through that discomfort until you are, I don't want to say the living embodiment of the things that have hurt you, but that you're the resilience of those things that have hurt you.
Got to go through the fire to be hardened steel.
Yep.
But thanks for kicking it with us this week, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Peace.